back to Final Fantasy XIII. The Vile Peaks. I played through quite a bit of this part already, so if I get a little confused, I apologize. I had to backtrack quite a bit.
And they just crashed.
Ow.
Hey.
Lightning lets a brief moment of concern for the others show through before she goes back to her cold self.
Hey! Wake up! You gotta wake up! Look!
Well, in her defense, she was going to go kill the monsters so that
Hey,
get
slow
to the
down!
others.
Oh yeah.
Gotta keep you kids safe, right?
Still convinced your soul. Panthers or Pantherons are nothing for Lightning when she's awake.
Glad that's over.
Man, I'm beat. What? No break?
They're tracking us.
I know that, but we aren't soldiers. We don't have your kind of stamina.
You got enough to complain.
Oh, that's... You, forget it!
I think,
I'd stick with her if I were you.
later then.
Come on, let's get going.
Get going to where, exactly? The whole of Cocoon's against us. No matter how far we run, there's no escape. That XIII clock, it's still a ticket.
There's still time. You give up too easy, old man.
I'm not giving up. There's some things that you just can't change. A kid like you would not understand.
Yeah, I'm a kid. I don't understand.
Well, I guess we can be fugitives together.
As
Oh,
Neil understands more than you think.
You ready?
But that's getting ahead of herself.
Ready!
Yeah, Vanille seems like she just does not process what's going on. She doesn't care, but I don't know. There's a lot of depth to all of these characters, and you'll see why she's like that in a little bit. So we are Saz and Vanille now, and I'm playing as Saz. I'm not sure if this is the first time, because like I said, I did some playing and then some backtracking.
I think it is the first time you get to actually play as Saz, though.
Anyways, moving on. So you've got Saz. He's got kind of a funny walk cycle, but I love him. He's one of my I'd say he's one of my favorites, but I love them all so much that it's kind of hard to really say that he's my favorite, just because I'll keep saying that no matter who I've ended up with.
So this is a very different kind of landscape from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot more rustic. It's the Vile Peaks, and whoa. I was probably supposed to try to go that way and then find out
end of the road.
That you can't go
But
that
at
way.
least it's not the end of the line.
Pretty.
And now for something completely different.
We are back in Bodum suddenly.
And we see that Vanille was there,
Yes.
and she has a lot more polygons than anyone else.
Yep, that's how you know she's important.
I think the big one's coming.
really see the history of this little prayer that she does all the time.
Whoa, we didn't disappoint this year.
Day 11.
Lightning was also there.
See a different side of her.
You look dreamy, Farron. Wishing on fireworks, were you? And you call yourself a soldier? Ah,
Sorry, Lieutenant. But I really don't think guard duty is my calling, sir.
well, lucky for you, your shift just ended. Pack it up and go home.
But, sir,
SciComm found something in the vestige nearby. They don't want the Guardian Corps here stepping on their toes. Huh. I'm sure you heard about the accident at the Uriday Gorge energy plant, and how it has the SciComm lads in a tizzy.
yeah. More incident than accident. Something pulse-related.
You're taking tomorrow off?
Sir, for my birthday, sir. My sister, she insisted on it.
21, huh? Maybe it's a good time to send off that letter of recommendation for officer training.
Lieutenant,
You're past due for a promotion, Farron. Think of your sister and your future, and keep your nose out of trouble.
out of SciComm business, you mean?
Yeah, nothing good'll come of it. Nothing but grief. Whoa, look at that one! Whoa, whoa, ho!
Lieutenant Amadar.
Yeah, you don't really.
Oh, right, you were, Lieutenant.
They don't really say who he is. He's Lieutenant Amadar. You can find out in the data log. He was her
Just
commanding
you.
officer,
For now, I guess.
and you can
Should
see
we
that
wait?
They'll catch
She-
up, eventually.
had a lot of respect for him and sort of.
Yeah, she was kind of close to him, but not in a romantic way, but in a sort of, she looked to him as a mentor, kind
Yeah.
of. She obviously had a lot of respect for him.
And just like that, you're back to lightning.
Did we even get to do anything?
No,
That
you
was sad.
didn't. You walked 10 feet and
Oh,
a big thing fell and
and then it was lightning time.
yeah. But
Alright,
we
well,
get plenty of time
Jumped
for
around
Saz
here
later.
for pulse, didn't we?
But like I was saying, this area is completely different from anything we've seen so far, and Hope mentioned briefly why, and that this is all... We're still on Cocoon, but this is all stuff that was brought up to Cocoon by the Fal'Cie to use as building materials, and it's all from Pulse. So this is a giant scrapyard of Pulse junk that they brought up to repair Cocoon with. And this is the bits that they tossed aside.
It's unedited, unrefined, unmanufactured, unchanged pulse stuff. Basically. Treasure. Dexteron.
Dexteron first, treasure later.
I like this area because it reminds me of Final Fantasy VII a lot. It's got that rustic scrap metal kind of feel going to it, like diesel punk.
And also, it's hard to see while the camera's moving around during the battle, but this is the first area where you can sort of get the feeling of the layout of Cocoon, because if you look up at the sky, you can see that the stars, quote-unquote, are not actually really stars. There are what look like cities up there, and that's because they are other cities on the inside of this giant shell.
Yeah, it's so far away, it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah.
And it's never really explained, but I gather that the gravity just kind of always points to the ground, or whichever way the ground is going. It doesn't really have much to do with the gravity of the world outside.
Yeah. It's got its own gravity. It's very conveniently shaped. It's like everything else in Cocoon.
This stuff is what was left over from the scrap of the Fal'Cie took for Pulse to repair Cocoon.
Exactly. See, Hope's telling it like it is. We can check here, too. The Vile Peaks are built out of debris from the cast-offs of material originally lifted from the Pulse by the Fal'Cie, used in the construction of Cocoon and later editions of Landmass. These towering piles of refuse that now serve as layers for all manner of beasts, including lower world mechanical horrors that, intentionally or not, hitched a ride with what became building blocks of Cocoon. Sanctum Military endeavors to clear out the dangerous inhabitants of the peaks, but some say they leave the job half done to discourage the civilians from entering the lowlands.